Welcome back, travelers. We got new info about the Pyro Archon's kit details, so in this video, let's take a look at the potential Pyro Archon's kit as well as her release date and rerun. Mavuika is a 5-star Claymore user, and she is going to be the next playable Archon. Even though it isn't mentioned anywhere, considering how much screen time she got in the trailer, it's reasonable to say so. Her kit will provide survivability for your team, increased attack, and Pyro infusion, so it will probably be something like a C6 Bennett. The Pyro Archon's role in the squad will be similar to other Archons. She will be a very good off-field support or sub-DPS unit at her low constellations. After getting her C2, she can be a full DPS character. Sources also mention that all characters from Natlan can work well with Pyro reactions. This is very interesting, considering that most characters we saw in the trailer are not Pyro. Or should I say there isn't a single Pyro character. But before that, some awesome characters in this patch. But do you have enough primogems for them? Well, I sure have not enough. I need crystals for the banners, and that's all, thanks to lootbar.gg. It's a top-up platform for games like Honkai Star Rail and Genshin Impact. Big name Dukaja and Tevia Times are also using our platform for crystals. It saves you up to 20% of the actual in-game price for every item available and an extra 5% off for your first purchase. And the process is super easy. Just go to lootbar.gg, select Genshin Impact, select the pack you want to purchase, then just type your UID, select your region, and that's all you need. Just tap on Top Up Now, select your preferred payment method, and successful, you have your crystal. And if you do want to top up in your account, we are getting double the currency for our first in-game purchase. Then I highly recommend you check out lootbar.gg through the link in the description and in the pinned comment. Anyway, we will most likely see Mavuika in the new Archon quest that will start in version 5.0. The new region is expected to launch around August 27 to 28, 2024, aligning with the game's typical patch schedule. In Genshin Impact, Archon releases typically occur during early patches of the game. Venti was released in the game's initial release, 1.0, and featured in the first banner. Zhongli debuted in version 1.1, Raiden Shogun was released in version 2.1, while Nahida and Furina were released in versions 3.2 and 4.2 of the game, respectively. From this pattern, it's apparent that Archons are generally released in X1 or X2 updates. Given this trend, it's reasonable to speculate that the Pyro Archon, Mavuika, could be released in version 5.1 or 5.2, most likely in 5.2, since 5.1 will feature Xalonen and Chaska, and both of them are 5-star units. We can also predict when to expect the Pyro Archon's rerun banner. In Genshin Impact, Archons generally receive a rerun approximately 4 patches after their initial release. A notable exception to this pattern is Furina, who was released in version 4.2 and received her rerun in version 4.7, 5 patches after her initial release. So if there are no changes to this pattern in Natlan, we can speculate on the rerun timing for the Pyro Archon, Mavuika. If she is released in version 5.1 or 5.2, her first rerun might occur around version 5.5 or 5.6, maintaining the usual 4-patch gap seen with most Archons. However, exceptions like Furina suggest that this timeline can be flexible based on the game's content schedule and player demand. It's also worth noting that the early patches of a new region often come with generous amounts of free pulls. This allows players to save up for upcoming banners without worrying too much about in-game currency. So if you're looking forward to the Pyro Archon, Mavuika, you'll likely have plenty of opportunities to gather primogems when the Natlan region is introduced.